We're in week 8 on our study of the armor of God. Today we're talking about prayer, supplication, and perseverance. In Ephesians chapter 6, verse 18, we're told praying at all times in the Spirit with all prayer and supplication. To that end, keep alert with all perseverance, making supplication for all the saints, and also for me, that words may be given to me, and opening my mouth boldly to proclaim the mystery of the gospel, for which I am an ambassador in chains, that I may declare it boldly as I ought to speak. There was a professor at Blinn College in Bryan, Texas, named Dr. Rambo. One day, Dr. Rambo noticed that there was something wrong. His body was failing, and simple tasks were now very complicated and difficult for such a brilliant individual. After going to the doctor, he received news that he had terminal brain cancer, and it was beyond anything that modern science could cure. Rather than waiting idly by for death, Rambo approached the church that he attended. This particular body of believers believed in the power of prayer. They believed in the truth found in God's Word. Over the next few weeks, the church walked alongside Dr. Rambo. They prayed for him. At one point, following the command found in the book of James, the church elders brought him in, laid hands on him, and anointed his head with oil. They prayed over him. At Dr. Rambo's next doctor's visit, the results were miraculous. His doctor told him that not only had the tumor receded, but it had completely disappeared from his body. Stories like Dr. Rambo's bring out the skeptics in our society. We sit back and we wonder what else could explain such a miracle. Yet when all other options are exhausted, we find that the only answer is, in fact, God answered prayer. At the very end of Paul's description of the armor of God, he adds that we should be praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit. Theologian Albert Barnes states that no matter how complete the armor, no matter how skilled we may be in the science of war, no matter how courageous we may be certain that without prayer we shall be defeated. God alone can give the victory. And when the Christian soldier goes forth, armed completely for spiritual conflict, if he looks to God by prayer, he may be sure of a triumph. If we equip ourselves with God's armor, we must also be resolute in maintaining our connection with Him. How often do we think of prayer in association with the armor of God? And what is it that prayer unleashes within us, through us, and to us from God?